What up, Nationeers? So the vlog is going to start in a few seconds, but I wanted to tell you something first. I just uploaded the official trailer for Bran Hambric the Specter Key onto my channel. Now I put a ton of work into this video and I'm really excited for how it turned out. Literally, I was up until 2 a.m. trying to get the Daily Dunslander to look right. You can click here to go watch it, but there's something extra special too. In the doobly-doo of this video, there is a link where you can download the trailer for free and upload it to your YouTube channel. This is a huge way that you can help spread the word about Bran Hambric the Specter Key. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, you can go to the trailer and post a link to the video on your Facebook or Twitter page. It's gonna help us loads on the bestseller list if we can get this video posted everywhere. Okay, you got it? Nation Ninjas ready? Alright, here's the vlog. Good day there, Nationeers! Today it is 25 days to Bran, and I am in my kitchen right now cooking some lunch. It's a good thing that the camera is up at this level because my kitchen is a wreck. I haven't done the dishes in days. I've been working so much on spreading the word about these books that I just haven't had the time to actually do those normal everyday things that most humans do, such as doing the dishes and taking out the trash and washing my pots and pans that I happen to need to cook lunch right now with. I was up way too late last night working on stuff. You could probably tell this eye has a little bit of a bloodshotedness to it. I suppose the correct way of saying that is my eye is slightly bloodshot, but it was worth it! I got stuff done! Last night I was working on the Bran Hambric the Specter Key trailer. I don't know how many of you know that I actually make these trailers myself. I get the images and I put the pictures together and I write up the way I want it to look like and I draw on little pieces of paper kind of like the storyline of what I want the book trailer to look like. And then I Photoshop and I use Sony Vegas and sounds and music from Adrian Fraley for this one. I do the voices and scary sounds and all that stuff and I put it together and I make my own book trailer. Book trailers are kind of a popular thing right now. A lot of authors are getting them done. But for me, I just prefer to do it myself, because then I can get it done exactly the way that I want it to be. But anyway, yeah, that's what I was working on yesterday, and that's why this eye is somewhat bloodshotedly-ish. I'm sleepy too. You guys are doing awesome right now. The word keeps on spreading. I know a ton of you yesterday, after I told you guys in the video, you've been posting stuff on Facebook and you've been calling your bookstores, and some person told me that they went on one of the websites, I think it was Barnes & Noble, bn.com, and they actually looked up all the Barnes & Noble stores in their area code. Oh, your zip code. You could search using your zip code in the US and find all the Barnes & Noble stores that are in your area, and she called every single Barnes & Noble store that was in her area, which was absolutely amazing, so thank you so much for doing that. That's exactly the type of stuff that we need you guys to be doing to spread the word. You gotta call the bookstores and you gotta talk to the librarians and your teachers and you gotta spread the word and let them know that the next Bran Hambric book is coming out and they should pre-order it. But yeah, I'm exhausted now. I was working so late last night doing stuff and it's worth it, but it's exhausting. One of the things that I had forgotten to mention inside of yesterday's vlog, my publishers are doing something really special with that Teen Fire website. I don't know, you've probably seen these in videos before, but they have these Bran Hambric necklaces right here. Let's see if I can focus on it. They're exactly the type of necklace that's inside of the book and has Hambric written on it. My publishers are giving these away for free to a bunch of the people who are joining the Bran Hambric street teams that they're doing on the Teen Fire website. They put a link to it down below, but if you read the stuff on that page, it'll tell you how you can win posters and the necklaces and all sorts of other cool stuff, and at the same time, spread the word about Bran Hambric the Specter Key. So, you know, keeping up with the everyday life of a writer thing, I'm waiting on a call from a radio producer who is going to listen to me read something that I wrote, and kind of like as an audition to see if they want to put me on the show. I realize that this is the second time that I've said, oh, real life of an author, and all I've been doing is getting on the telephone. But that's what a lot of an author's life is. Because with publishing, it's not one of those businesses where you stay in the same place where you work. You can live pretty much anywhere. I'm in Arizona. Now, another thing about this stuff, especially media, radio, and television, and things like that, you have to put a lot of work into it, because if you land the interview, then it turns out really good. Sometimes I get nervous a little bit, but usually with these things, whenever I do the auditions, I'm not really that nervous, because I did radio for the longest time, and plus, I do so many blog TV shows anyway, that I'm used to just kind of sitting down and talking into a camera and imagining that there's a bunch of other people there that are listening. I'm used to that. I'm doing it right now. Random Freak Marin, you're awesome. Thank you so much for posting this on your Facebook and all sorts of cool stuff that you've been doing, plus pre-ordering it. You guys want to see something cool? This video has been up for more than 24 hours. 0 trolls. Mima1216. Double awesome. I also want to do a special thanks to this person, the troll Among Us. He's being awesome because he's helping by actually answering some of these questions in the comments, like this one here, what are indie stores? And he explains it very well. Now this person, Rock With Me 192, says something about how she doesn't really think that she is that good of a writer, but she always seems to come back to writing. Here's the deal. Rock With Me 192. You're doing exactly what writers do. One of these days I'm gonna go and dig through the giant office closet. I don't know if you can see how well you can see. This is the, I suppose you call this the junk closet, because it has all of the junk in it. Oh, and a sombrero. But yeah, one of these days I'm going to go in there and drag out my old writing notebooks. Would you guys want to see that? You said inside of your comment that you're writing fan fictions right now, but you wish that you could come up with an original idea. A fact that a lot of people don't know about me is that my first stories were pretty much fan fiction. My very first story probably couldn't be classified as a fan fiction because it was kind of like a, I was 9 years old and it was about King Kaleb going under the North Pole in a submarine and meeting aliens, which I suppose you could still classify as a fanfiction for myself. But my story right after that was pretty much a Star Wars fanfiction. I would take all of the elements in the Star Wars world and I would just make up my own story using the things inside of that universe. I wrote so many stories in that world. It was kind of about a guy who was named Tiralak, and he was trying to save his brother from the evil emperor, and along the way he discovered that it wasn't so good being someone who worked for the Empire, and so he hijacked one of those giant Star Destroyer ships, and him and his crew kind of just went rogue and did cool stuff. But those were just kind of my first stories because I didn't really have the writing skills to make up my own world quite yet. So writing fanfiction is actually a really, really good thing because it's preparing you and anyone else who's writing fanfiction to write their own stories. Because once you get it down how to do characterization and how to live inside of somebody else's world, you can make your own and then put your characters inside of that. So Rock With Me 192, don't think that you're a bad writer just because you're writing inside of someone else's world with fan fiction, because that's the same thing that a lot of published authors used to do.